Welcome back here. I'm going to give you a little update on the Karmann Ghia here, the 68 Karmann Ghia. I'll show you what's going on. Keep in mind, this gentleman here, he's doing it for his son who doesn't know. The car is far from being a perfect car. Anyone that knows Karmann Ghias, you would know if you looked at this car. There's a few hidden issues here and there. It was just a fun car that his son used to drive, like I said, and then life became life, and he hasn't driven it for years. And now the dad is just brought it in and said, look, I just want to clean a few things up. I'm not a millionaire. I just want to take care of the worst of it, throw a paint job on it, and just make it so it looks good from 5 feet away. So anyway, we showed you last time we were cutting all the floors out, so I'm just going to show you the mess here and show you what we got going on with it. So here we go. So obviously it's quite a big mess of crap down in there. So you can see all the old metal we've been cutting away. And of course, when you're cutting cars out, I'm always amazed. These, cars must lose 100 pounds or more when you're done. Because look at this. Look at the shit up underneath the wheels. Look at the pile of crap right here. I mean, you've all seen it. It just, all the crap that blows out from the nooks, the crannies, like everywhere where it gets in cars, look at it all. I'm amazed at how much crap gets in cars. But anyway, there we go. We're getting the floor pan in. Now I'm not completely butt welding this floor. I'm just doing a weld every inch or inch and a half apart. And then I'm just going to put some brushable seam sealer on there and call her a day. I will make sure, of course, where the welds are, I'll do some nice texture. I'll do some. What I'll do is I'll do a primer in there first, a nice etch primer in there. Then I'll do my what do you call it? Oh God, I'm lost for words here. It's late at night. I'll do my texture spray. Then I'll do the brushable seam sealer. Then I'll probably give the brushable seam sealer a nice coat of texture spray too, a light coat. And you know what? These floors now, for what we're doing, they'll outlive me. They'll outlive me. Most of these cars nowadays outlive you anyway, because most of us building these cars, we don't drive them in the harsh weather anymore. So they're just going to last. So as you can see, I've been welding it in, and I've also had to, down in here, you can see where it's, you can see where I've joined it. I've had to put this whole panel on new. It was all rotted. As you can see on the other side there, how it's rotted. I had to do the same, that's what I cut out. So there we go, and I got that new piece in. And of course up in here, we still got rust repair to do. This is still rust repair up in here. I'm just tackling it as I go along. So it's all turning out good there. So that's what's going on there right now. And there's our big, like I say, there's a big pile of scrap. Dave's been messing around with jet skis and other stuff in between. So we'll show you what's going on here. This is Matt's little Nova we showed you the other day. Darren's got her all ripped apart. Now, Matt bought the AC unit that's got the heater and everything involved in it. And it's a really nice unit, actually. It's all, you know how most of these cars, you take the heater out and they were cable driven. Well, this thing, if you can see it under there, I don't know if you can see it, this is all the new unit. I mean, look at that. There's the fan, all that. Like I say, 1970 Nova, for anyone that's doing a Nova. This is all electronic. Everything is controlled electronically for switches. So Darren's got that mounted in there. There's going to be a bit of work in this car. As you can see, someone's been in here before, like typical, like we get into. The wiring. The wiring has been added on here, there, everywhere. It's not, it's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. Let's face it, we all do it. Let's put a stereo in, we cut into a wire. Let's put some lights under the dash, we cut into a wire. Before you know it, it's a spaghetti mess under the dash. But we never worry about it because it's all working until the one day when it catches on fire. So, obviously we're not rewiring this car, but because Darren's in here and he's doing the heater and all these wires are down, he's going to tidy them up somewhat. But he won't get overly carried away because that is not what the customer is paying us for to do. So, here we go. Now, it was easier for Darren to take the whole inner fender off because the heater goes up in there, as you can see, against the firewall. And it was just much easier with the inner fender off. It just gave him so much more room. So yes, it is a 256 cylinder car. So that's what's going on there. Darren's plugging away on that. And that's about it. Now that that's getting worked on. We're trying to get caught up around here. We're trying our hardest. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break here, not next week, but the week after. I think it's like August, I don't know, 13th or 14th, whatever the Wednesday is anyway. I'm going to take a bit of a break, take a little bit of a vacation, take a few days off, take the Thursday, the Friday off, and you know, make a long weekend out of it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Take 4 days off and have a bit of a break. The whole crew's going to have a break. We're going to shut her down. We're going to lock her up, and we're going to have a break. And that's about it. So, for everyone out there watching, thank you very much for watching. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. If there's any questions you can answer, please feel free to get hold of me at oldtimegarage.ca. I want to make a note out there. Some people are writing to me and they're asking me to give them quotes, and they're sending me pictures of the cars. I'm sorry, but I don't give quotes on pictures of cars. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be like that. It's just I've done it before in the past. For those of you out there that have shops, you know what I'm talking about. I've given quotes before on pictures, and then when the car gets out to you, you're like, holy God, it didn't look like that in the picture. And then you're like, well, that's going to be like double what I quoted you. And then people are like, oh, and you know. So if you're going to write to me, I don't give quotes over that. I just don't. You have to bring me the vehicle out. You have to make an appointment to come out and see me, because sometimes I'm not here. Sometimes I'm out running, getting parts, or doing errands or stuff like that. So you'd have to bring it out to me. Our local bike guys just went by, as you probably heard in the background. Duke's Pub right down the road. Anyway, so you'd have to bring it out to me and let me take a look. And you know, we specialize in older vehicles, just so you all know out there. That's what we specialize in. A main reason for not working on newer ones, because we don't have metric tools. We don't have any of that stuff. My whole life has been old cars. But all of you know that, because all of you are watching my videos, and you've all figured that out. I think about the newest thing I've ever had in here is something in the early 80s, and that's about as far as I'm going to go for new stuff. That's it. I'm an old car guy, and what can I say? So hey, thanks for watching, and big thumbs up to all my subscribers. You know where we're at. Remember, Old Time Garage, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everyone. We'll see you later.